Somebody filming?
Yeah.
Whenever you're ready.
I hate this city. I hate the cracks and cobbles, and I hate the grey and the dishwater streets. I hate the funky smelling alleyways and the Piccadilly Gardens as a whole. It speaks for itself, really. I hate this city. I hate the relentless dullness and the overwhelming melancholia amplified by the wannabe skyscrapers and scaffolding. I mean, really, you cannot move for scaffolding in this city. This city with its inconstant bus timetables and its slow walkers. I mean, the flooding around the faulty drain pipes, you could drown in it. You could drown in these hues. A pop of colour means nothing when the feeling is bone deep. The streets are anemic in the light of day. Dull, drab doesn't scratch the surface because there's depressing, right? And then there's the 216 bus. There is depressing, and then there's Market Street. There's rain, and then there's rain, and then there's rain, and then there's rain, and then there's rain, and there's rain. And you just get on. You just get on, and on, and on, and on. And it's another day of it. Another day of the rain, of the leftover smog that weighs heavy on the heart, and another day of getting on, and it's all the same, of the angry air, of the stupid church freaks, and the cult recruiters, and the teenagers, and the pensioners, and the near-miss trams, and the flaming Deliveroo drivers that don't shut up or leave you alone, and the dying trees, and the weird pigeons, and the same buildings over and over and over and over and over. That being said, when the day ends and the sun goes down and rush hour fizzles out, stragglers left behind, when the light pollution is blocking out the stars, there is something about Manchester that just comes to life. The Baltic air numbing your features, ruddy cheeks, chapped lips. It's all lights. It's all reds, and it's all yellows, and it's all drunken youth and laughter. It's the wet pavements becoming mirrors to it all, reflections of love, of stupid teenage spontaneity. The blues fade. They don't change colour, but they shift in meaning. It's dreamlike. It's first kisses, and it's running down Mosley Street with your best friend and ignoring the life you have in the morning. It's faces aching from smiling, and it's tranquil, and it's life. And you realise something quite profound at 11 p.m. in St. Peter's Square, walking towards Oxford Road. You realise that this life is not a temporary thing or just something that happens at night. Manchester is the most alive city you know. And it has been, because it's just hidden. It's hidden in the Northern Core, it's hidden in the gay village, it's hidden in Deansgate, and it's hidden in the very tram tracks that connect it all. It's hidden in the cobbles buried under layers and layers of shoddy concrete roads that we all know don't work. And it's life, and it's been here. You see, 2,000 years ago, Manchester, it wasn't red and it wasn't blue. Manchester was green. It was green, it was trees, it was grass, it was meadows and hills and rivers. And that life, well, it never left. It just evolved. That life is carried in the River Medlock, still running to meet the Earl after all these years, and still reflecting the lights of buildings built 200 years ago. And in the darkness, the light dancing on the surface of the water, well, it could be the moonlight. And the fact that it's blocked out by those old bricks, well, those bricks could be trees. and it's the same life, and it's still here. And suddenly Manchester, it's not grey at all. It's not grey, because Manchester is my grandma working herself to the bone for 50 odd years and enjoying every minute, and it's her growing with the changing times. And it's my mum messily lining her eyes in blue in the 80s at 16 years old with her best friend in some old telephone box outside 42nd Street. And it's her telling me off for doing the same thing when I was 16. And it's my dad getting the same 216 bus that I get every single day when he was young. And it's him remembering Manchester, the music, for years to come, and never forgetting it. It was different back then, you see, so he says to me all the time, you know, it was like a hum in the air. You could feel it as you stepped off into Piccadilly Gardens. He's daft. And maybe he's right, maybe it was different back then, but I don't believe him. Because that hum, it never left, not for me. Because that hum is my sister growing into herself, and my pride growing as well. Because I love her, and she's Manchester, and I'm Manchester, and we grow together. And it's me seeing the woman she's becoming, and my pride for her getting bigger and bigger. And it's me and my best friend sitting in Piccadilly Gardens in the summer, and not even caring about the freaks and the weirdos and the police officers, because we have each other. It's grotty, it's grimy, it's stupid, it's common people, it's dancing, it's drinking, it's mithering, and it's finding comfort in a stranger when you hear the northern twang in their voice, because the flattened vowels and the drop in the Y, it's nothing like you've ever seen. It's disgusting. The streets are lined with rubbish, and it's home. If it's nothing else,